Hey everyone, James here with Coffee and Comics, and I want to personally thank you for stopping by the channel and checking it out. I also would like to give a big thanks and much appreciation for all of the old and new subscribers. Your support is very much appreciated. For this video, I'm responding to a challenge, a Friday challenge, put out by a fellow YouTuber in the comic book collecting community. He goes by the name of Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and all of the information for his channel will be down in the description below if you want to check out his channel after you watch this video. Every Friday, he puts out a Friday challenge to kind of develop that camaraderie and community for comic book collectors, and it's just kind of a little bit of a fun thing to do. So if anyone decides to participate, they surely can. And I haven't yet, but I've watched quite a few, so this will be my first one. So the Friday challenge from last Friday is 10 comic books with pink on the cover. I could have cheated and looked in my wife's comic book collection and started pulling out My Little Pony, Power Rangers, Harley Quinn, Thor, you name it, but I didn't do that. And I also wanted to kind of dabble in using the words and not so much the color, like Pinky and the Brain or Pink Panther, but I don't have any of those in my collection. So dug through my box, found some comics with pink on the cover. Without further ado, if you have your coffee ready or your preferred beverage to drink, here are the books that I found. So challenge accepted. Let's get into it. Number 1, I can't have a top 10 challenge for most anything unless you're just really trying not to without having a little bit of Deadpool, being how he's my favorite character. So first up, we have Deadpool Dracula's Gauntlet number 3. This is from a miniseries from 2014. Pretty neat little cover. Deadpool, he's got this big old demon in a chokehold. And you remember those ball pits that you used to play around in as a kid, or maybe your kids or grandkids play around in them? That's what this reminds me of down here, except it's not a ball pit, it's a bunny pit. And yes, they're pink and purple. Just a cool little Deadpool comic. And since we're talking about Deadpool, how about we talk a little bit about Mrs. Deadpool and the Howling Commandos. This is cover 1A from 2015. Just a nice little cover. Got all these little spooky monsters like the mummy and the werewolf. It's a pretty cool looking cover, I think. Let me know what you guys think about Mrs. Deadpool. And it does have some little swirly pink and everything on there, so I thought that would apply. Thought that'd be okay for this challenge. How about we just keep it in the family with Deadpool, Mrs. Deadpool. What about Gwenpool? Check this out. This is the number 1 issue from 2016. Just a fun little cover. Got some little dolls bouncing around, getting sliced up. It might not be pink, it might be purple. It's kind of purplish, pinkish, but I think it still works. What's your thoughts on that? Do you guys like Gwenpool? I think she's pretty neat. Next up, we have Death of Wolverine. Now this is number 3 of 4, and it was a mini series. It only went 2-4. This is the original cover, cover A, Death of Wolverine. Got kind of a little bit of a holo foil type cover there. And it does have the pink over here on this side. Let me know if you guys have that set. I have the whole set. I have a few different covers. Next up, let's go to Wildcats, number 1. This is the first team appearance of the Wildcats, and you can see the pink in various spots, but I picked this cover out mainly because of right here. Thought it was a neat little addition for this little challenge. I have the whole volume 1 run of the Wildcats. Do you guys like the Wildcats? There's some pretty interesting, cool little things in there. Okay, so next up, if you know me, then you know that I'm a big crossover guy. I like it when comic books kind of cross over from different series and different characters. And since I am a child of the late 70s and 80s and early 90s, how about we have a crossover, number 1, Transformers and Back to the Future. Nice looking cover there. We got the little pink cubes. What do you guys think of that one? You guys like the Transformers, Back to the Future? McFly, hello. McFly, it's a reference in case you've never seen the Back to the Future movies. Okay, so next up we have Wolverine, except this is from X Lives, or 10 Lives of Wolverine. This is issue number 2, cover C, from last year, 2022. And I just thought this was a fabulous looking cover. And I don't know if this is pink or purple, but it's kind of a blend, and I think it still works for this challenge. Have you guys read the 10 Lives of Wolverine or the 10 Deaths of Wolverine? Because there's both series. Both are good, in my opinion. So next up we have the new run of the Midnight Suns, and it's cover A, issue 2 from 2022. What do you think of this Midnight Suns book? Fabulous looking cover. Got Wolvie there on the front. You got the pink in the background. And of course I picked it out because I'm a villain guy. So I had Dr. Doom right here, front and center. Hey guys, let me know in the comments if you like any of these books, if you've seen them before, if you have them or read them. I'm curious to know. Next up is one of the books that I recently acquired, and I got it for $3. If you've watched a previous video of mine, you would know and have seen this book from that video. It is The Unexpected from 1980. It's just a nice little cover there with some pink and purple. Got the devil kind of there in the background. And they have to kind of make a deal with the devil. Or do they? In order to save this guy's life. Because this guy evidently can't save him by himself. Nice little book there. Unexpected. Maybe you guys have some of those issues. Next up is one of my favorite characters on the DC side. And I'm trying to get the full volume 1 run of this character. Which is still in the process. And it's the Phantom Stranger, number 2. This is a Silver Age book from 1969. Just a nice looking cover. It's got this totem pole bird that has come to life, but it's got the pink in the background with the faces. Kind of monster faces going on in the background. Phantom Stranger, one of my favorite characters. Very powerful character at that. Okay, so that's the 10 books, and I happened to throw in 2 more bonus books because they were there, so why not? Bonus book number 1 from the Crisis on Infinite Earth set, the original from 1985 and 86. This is issue number 1A, cover A, because it's a direct 1985. I don't know if you can tell that or not. When I'm looking at it in the camera, it looks a little bit white, but all this squiggly stuff here going on, it's kind of pinkish. Got some pink in there. Oh, it's in there. I do have this full run, and the last bonus book is from that same series, Crisis on Infinite Earth. This is cover B from issue number 7, 1985, and it is a key book because it is the death of Supergirl. And you'll probably recognize this. This book is homaged or cover swipe, whatever you want to call it, in quite a few different books out there, but it's still a nice looking cover. Good looking book. Got pink there, kind of right behind Superman. And I would encourage you to read that Crisis on Infinite Earth set if you haven't. I think it's a 12-book series. A whole lot of stuff that goes on in that series. Many different characters. It's kind of wild, but it was a reset point for DC. That's the books that I got for the Friday challenge for last week. Going to be another one coming out as of tomorrow when this video will probably post up. Let me know what you think of those books on the list that I produced for you today for covers that have pink in them. Curious to see what your comments are down below. And until the next video, enjoy your coffee, enjoy your comic, and enjoy your day.